like I said, today we are talking about aromatic usage, and this is probably one of the simplest ways to use essential oils. It's really, really easy. So, number one, pick your oil. I have Elevation here. This is our Joyful blend. It has lavandin, tangerine, lavender, clary sage, Hawaiian sandalwood, ylang ylang, osmanthus, melissa, hoe wood. And it's very nice. It's really cool. And I just used it aromatically. So, the simplest way to use your oils is just to smell them out of the bottle. Now, when you do this, remember that they are super duper potent. They are very strong, they are very powerful. And as we learned in chemistry class, you want to waft. Hello, Masha! Alright, if you go and smell this right out of the bottle, or this one's not so bad, but if you did that to like oregano or something, you're going to be one sorry puppy. You're not going to be super duper happy about that. You're probably going to wonder what you were doing and why you did it and why you bought the darn thing in the first place. I happen to think oregano stinks, but I use it all the time because it has amazing properties. I just don't really use it aromatically. Hey, Marsha! So, this is Elevation, and one way you use it is to just gently smell it coming out of the bottle. I'm just going to move my keyboard here because I don't really need it. Hopefully I don't press anything. Oh my gosh, it's falling on the floor. Okay, whatever. Alright, another way to use it is with one of these trusty little guys, which I don't have lit right now, which is probably a good thing, because obviously I'm a little bit clumsy. Hey! But this is an oil warmer. You just use your little tea light, which mine's done. But that's because I used it yesterday. Alright, so you put your little tea light in there. You can see this water jiggling around in there, threatening to spill all over me and my wool pants that I just found yesterday. So let's not do that. So you add your water on the top there, put a couple of drops of oil, light your candle, candle warms the water, and then you diffuse it into the air. Smells delicious, right? Alright, another option you have, again, super duper easy, is to use a diffuser. Now these are sort of like humidifiers. Most of us have heard of humidifiers, right? So in the wintertime, you're running the wood stove or just the heat in general, and then you start to get sick, your airways get dry, your nose gets dry, your throat gets dry, you wake up in the middle of the night coughing, and all of a sudden, bam, you're sick. Well, because it was too dry in your house, right? I used to get sick all the time when I was a kid, so I carried saline spray around with me all the time, in my purse, in my backpack, everywhere I went. Super geek, right? But at least my nose wasn't so dry. Alright, here we have two different diffusers. This one I got from doTERRA. It works great. I've had one of these for like, what, 2 years now? I've had zero problems. Highly recommend it. I mean, it's a little bit on the pricey side for a simple diffuser. But, you know, why? I was going to say if it's not broke, don't fix it, but that doesn't really make any sense. But let's just open this one, shall we? So I can open it up and show you. Because really, there's not much for me to say about aromatic usage other than it's really, really easy. Really, really easy. But that's not to say that I don't get a whole bunch of questions. Because people want to know how much oil to put in. People want to know what it's going to look like when they take it out of their box. All that sort of stuff. So let's do an unboxing. Hey! Alright, there's no numbers on here because you don't have to buy anything. Empty box. Your diffuser. Holla! Alright. Cool. Alright, so now we've got our diffuser out of the box. Relatively painless, right? Your cord. You know, not hard. Cord plugs into the back. I know this is super self-explanatory, right? And then this one plugs straight into your wall. Now, some of the newer diffusers, like this snowflake diffuser that I have here, these are actually USBs. So you need one of those little squares that you get for your Apple phones and pretty much anything else now. Because it's going to plug into the square and then into the wall. I don't know about you, but I've got like 10 of them laying around my house, so it's not a big deal. If for some reason you get a USB diffuser and you don't have 10 of them laying around your house like I do, then you can probably just go to the dollar store, and usually they'll have them. Otherwise, like a Radio Shack or Apple or Amazon, whatever. Alright, so this is the inside of the diffuser. This is what I was kind of most curious about when I first got my first diffuser. I was like, what the heck is this thing? Alright, this little doodad here vibrates, it atomizes the water, and it makes it bubble up like mist. Alright, looks really cool, really spooky. I'm thinking like medieval times and like misty woods and big swords with stones in them and stuff, and you know, whatever. So here we have the fill line. Okay, so this is just a little dot on here. Fill it to the red dot. So you fill it with water until it hits that dot, and then you stop. Not too hard. This here, just FYI, in this particular one, does come out, so you can clean it and just pop it back in. It's not, no biggie. Every diffuser is a little bit different, different moving parts here and there. Of course, I'm not going to be able to put this back in now. There it goes. Okay, all good. Put your water in, put your oil in, okay? Do it before you turn the diffuser on, because if you do it after you turn the diffuser on, it's just going to bubble all over the place. You're going to lose half your oil. Alright, so you put your oil in. Start with 2 drops, because 2 drops is generally not offensive to most people. And then if you want more, you can add more. You will see on my page or recipe books for diffusers or my friends' pages, all sorts of different guides on different recipes to use for your oils. So like an island blend or something, and it'll have ylang ylang and sandalwood and citrus bliss and, you know, a couple of other things. And, you know, it'll say 3 drops of this, 2 drops of that, 1 drop of that. So you might find that you're going to end up with a recipe like that with so many different oils. You might end up with like 8 different drops or something. But in general, if you're using like pre-mixed stuff, like this is a blend, use 2, use 1 if you're really hesitant, and then work your way up. If it doesn't smell enough for you to float your boat, add more. Alright, but I try not to go above like 6 drops. To me, that's just a bit much. Even if it doesn't necessarily smell like too much to me. You know, these things, they blow their oil out and they're done in 2 or 3 hours, and I just figure use 2 or 3 or 4 drops and then replenish it, and then start, you know, with some fresh oil as well. And then I'm not blowing all of my oil out at once. I still smell it. I still get the aromatic benefits from it. When you breathe things in, when you breathe scents in, it goes straight to the back of our brains, and it goes straight to our memory centers, and it evokes different memories. And so you can really fine-tune your aromatic usage to help you cope with or help you reminisce with different times in your life. So you can actually go to, sorry guys, I know, my squished up face was awesome, to something like this. Alright, and this is your emotions wheel here. So these are positive emotions, and these are negative emotions. I don't know if that's forwards or backwards for you. But say, you know, you're sitting down to work and you're like, hey, you know, I really want to feel, let's see, what's a good one? I want to feel engaged in my work, right? Well, you could put some dill in your diffuser. Interesting. If you want, here we go. Again, a weird one I picked. So say you want to feel connected, alright? You want to smell something, you want it to trigger a response, a feeling where you feel connected. You can use marjoram. Maybe I need to make myself a salad. Maybe is what this is telling me. So anyway, if you want to invoke positive feelings, you can go to a wheel like this. You can pick out what you want to feel or help yourself feel, And then you can add that in. If you want, this is a good one. For real, this is a good one. A zest for life. Who doesn't want to feel a zest for life, right? Well, zest for life is lime, okay? So you want energy, you want zest for life, add lime. Lime is wicked awesome. I love lime. Put in my margaritas too. All right, now if you are feeling down, you're not feeling super great, something's upsetting you, you don't feel so good about yourself or something that's going on, say maybe you're super angry. So anger, angry, cardamom. All right, so you can put some cardamom in your diffuser. Cardamom is much more normal than dill and marjoram. Excuse me. Than dill or marjoram for diffusing. They are great in certain blends, though. If you get a good recipe with some of those savory oils, like, it's wicked awesome. Or if you're cooking and you want to boost that smell, maybe you have friends coming over and you want them to think that everything is super fresh, put a little bit of that in there. Ooh, or you have friends coming over and you want your house to smell like you just cleaned it. Lemongrass and marjoram, or is it lemon and marjoram, or either one's probably totally fine. You put those in your diffuser and it smells like you just cleaned your house with like legit house cleaner, except for it's in the diffuser, it's cleaning your air, it's helping your airways, it smells great, it's non-toxic, and they'll think you did a really great job cleaning, which I didn't, but I'm glad you thought so. Alright, and then, you know, picking one more of the sad emotions. So here's one. If you feel wounded or traumatized, helichrysum is a good oil for that. So some of these you could use topically, and other ones you would use aromatically. Aromatic for emotional use is really great, and even if you want to use it topically as well to get it into your body, you're still going to smell it. So you can just simply put a drop into your hands, and this is another, probably the last way I'll talk about just now. Just put one drop, do you see that? Into the palm of your hands, rub them together, and inhale. Okay, you can do this with pretty much any oil that you love the smell of. I caution you with hot oils being your oregano. I'm going to say your marjoram because it's kind of similar to oregano. It has a very similar feeling when you put it on your skin or drink it or put too much of it in your soup when you're sick. No, I did. Yes, of course I did that. And cinnamon. Cinnamon is also a hot oil, so those ones, do be careful. Maybe just if you need to waft those out of the bottle, waft them out of the bottle, but probably don't put them directly into the palms of your hands because they can give you a little bit of a burning sensation. Alright, peppermint too is very, very cooling. I highly recommend it. But, you know, if it's in and around the face area, it might make your eyes water a bit. Obviously, keep everything out of your eyes. Don't put oils in your eyes. They're too strong. But yeah, if you have any questions about aromatic use, how many drops to use, definitely check in on my Facebook page because I do have recipes on there, do have dilution charts on there. Dilution is definitely most important, in my opinion, when you are using it topically or internally. Aromatic, you have a lot more leeway because you are dispersing it into such a huge volume of air, so it's, you know, the amount that you're getting is really, really negligible in that big space in comparison to putting it directly on your body or in your body. I was thinking about a little hack. You have a wooden clothespin, you want to diffuse oils in your car, but you're not sure you want to spend $15 or $25 on a car diffuser. Put a wooden clothespin on your vent very, very carefully. Don't break your car vents, okay? But put a wooden clothespin on it. Make sure it's porous enough. It's not like some fancy thing that's been shellacked over. Put a drop of your oil at the end of it and turn your fan on, and that will diffuse it through, and that's pretty wicked awesome. Leave me some love. If you have any questions, let me know. Direct message me. Leave me a note underneath here. Bye-bye.